All right, now that we have our shapes all nicely cut out, it's time to start pressing them. And this is the part that I think most of you are going to find helpful. So here I have my calyx in the fabric, and here I have my template. And the reason I'm using this one is because this is a very instructional piece to show you. First of all, this edge is a bit like doing just a regular simple leaf, and that'll get you kind of practicing on that. And then this one has these inner curves, and that'll be helpful too. I wrote on the blog about starch. I use starch because it doesn't have an odor and it doesn't give me a headache. There's some other products like magic sizing that people use, and that's wonderful. I just find it gives me a terrible headache if I use it for too long. So anyway, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm on the back side of my fabric, and I'm pressing my template on. And I'm going to hold it with my fingers. Actually, let's try this again. Let's try starting here, and we're just going to press this edge. So I take my starch. I have a little bowl of starch here that I've mixed up, and I'm just going to paint it along the edge right like this, and I get it all nice and wet. And sometimes you have to dab to get it to kind of work into the fabric. Some fabrics are better than others. You're gonna have problems if you don't pre-wash, so it's always a good idea to pre-wash. So now I'm taking my my paintbrush, it's a stencil brush, and I'm kind of just slightly flicking this edge up so I can get under it with my iron. So I have my iron, and I also wrote about my iron on the blog, and I'm just kind of ever so slowly work my way around the shape. So I'm going to, and use the edge of your iron a lot more than your point for some of this. So I just kind of very slowly and surely work my way around this shape. And when I get all the way here, sometimes when you're towards the end, you can just kind of get a whole bunch of it under there, and then you just leave your iron on there until it is nice and dry and sticks down. So that's the first part, and now we're gonna go over and we're gonna do this other side. Sometimes when I've already pressed an edge, I like to just bend this over and hold it with my finger before I hit it with the starch. So I'm going to do that right here. So I'm going to go for this inner curve here, which I realize I haven't clipped. Sometimes that happens, so I'm going to clip it really quick with my little scissors here. And when I have an inner curve, I like to just kind of go that direction first and then work my way to the starting point. So I hope you saw that okay. I kind of worked my way to this edge. And now here, there's a lot of curvature here, so go slow. Whenever you have like a tightly turning object, go slow so you don't get points. And that's getting good and dry. So now I'm on this edge. I'm going to hold this down. I'm going to hit it with a little starch. It's all kind of turned up naturally now. And I'm just going to get it all under there and press away. Wait till that's... Now, if you do have a point, and I might because I wasn't being exactly super precise. Oh no, I got it in there. So sometimes you'll get points along these edges, and that's okay. Just dab it with a little starch and hit it again. It should go away. Now this is a really crucial part, is these corners here. I find that you can just take your thumb and fold it under like that. I hope you saw that. And then with this finger, hold it down, dab it with a little starch, and hold your iron on it until it's nice and dry and it's all folded under and easy and ready to applique. See? Let's try that again on this side. Just gonna fold it under. You can even finger press it a little bit. dab it with a little bit more starch and just plop your iron on there until it's dry. There, so when you're all done with this nice little shape, all you do is reach in there and grab your Templar out, and there's your shape all ready to applique. The last thing, and I hope I don't run out of camera batteries before I get there, is these for this flower. I wanted to show you something really quick for this flower. When I start with a shape like this, for this one, because I want the fabric to kind of hold the template in place, I'm just going to do these edges first. So I just dab a little starch, and since this is a relatively straight edge, you could get it all under there at the same time. And carefully, without getting your pattern too messed up, which I kind of did, it's not, take it around so you can do the other side. I'm letting that get in there. Okay, now with this shape, I find getting these inner points done first is really helpful. So to do that, I just dab a little starch in there, and then I reach under and I kind of shove it up with my brush, and then I stick the nose of my iron right in there. Sometimes you have to kind of mess with it, and I just leave the point right on the point, on that inner point. So that gets it started for you, and I'll work away around here and do all these points. So I'm going to just get under there with my nose of my iron, and just sometimes you don't want to leave a big pleat for yourself, so try not to press that fold in. Just kind of get under there and press the point in. So, and then just very slowly work your way through these points. And here's the last one. So okay, now you can very slowly go around these points. This is going to end up being a lot like the point on the first piece we did. So I hit it with some starch, and I've just pressed it into place. This one, sometimes when I'm doing a piece like this, I kind of hold my fingers. It's a little scary getting that close to the iron with your fingers, but if you're careful and your iron is on medium and not high, you'll be okay. So for this one, there's a lot of curvature, just like that last